I'm Higgins, and in today's video, I'm going to be telling you how to set up a Trump baby account for your kids. What are all the restrictions around these accounts? What the accounts are getting invested in, and what you should be thinking about for contributing to the Trump baby account. So the first thing you have to understand is that the Trump baby accounts don't go live until this summer. July 5th is the date for the Trump baby accounts going live. And in order to set up the Trump baby accounts, you have to fill out a IRS Form 4547. I'll leave a link down below to this IRS form. And it's pretty straightforward form. It's just your name, address, social security number, the child's name, address, social security number. And then toward the bottom, there's a box to check whether you want to receive the $1,000 jump start for your kid from the government or not. And then you have three options for actually submitting this form. So you could immediately mail it back to the IRS. You could attach the form to your taxes and just mail it in with your taxes. Or you can wait for the trumpaccounts.gov site to go live this summer and just fill out the form electronically and set up the account then. So if your kid is born between 2025 and 2028, they are eligible for an additional $1,000 jumpstart to their Trump baby account. Now, you can set up Trump baby accounts for children that were born before that time frame. They just won't receive that first jumpstart of $1,000 from the government. But besides the US government, the Dell family, the family which founded Dell Technologies, they've decided to contribute money to a bunch of families' Trump accounts. So if your kid is age 10 or less, they will contribute $250 to your child's Trump account if you live in a zip code where the median income is less than $150,000. There's very few zip codes in the United States where the median income is above $150,000. And if you live in one of those, you're probably pretty well off and don't care about an additional $250 going into your kid's Trump account. And they plan to give this $250 to the first 25 million children. So this gives you an incentive to try and set up your child's Trump account early and get them that money. The other things you have to consider are the contribution limits to these accounts. So once you get this account set up, you as the parent can put additional funds into these accounts every year. So there's an annual contribution limit of $5,000. So you can put $5,000 into this Trump baby account each year to help save for your child's future. And some employers can actually contribute to your child's Trump account as well. So there's an employer contribution limit of $2,500. And if your employer actually submits money towards your child's Trump account, it subtracts from that $5,000 limit. So if they contribute all the way up to that $2,500 limit, you are only allowed to submit another $2,500 to hit that $5,000 limit. Now, government entities and charities are also allowed to contribute to your child's Trump account, and there are no limits on the amount of money that they can contribute to your child's Trump account. So that won't subtract from your $5,000 limit. So you might be thinking, okay, what is the money in this account actually invested in? So there are no sort of investment elections or options that you have to choose. The money in these Trump accounts is going to be invested in low-cost index funds that are most likely going to track the S&P 500. And for reference, the S&P 500 on average gets about 10% returns annually. That's an average, so not every year is going to give you 10%. Some are going to be above, some will have negative returns, but if you look over a long time horizon, you can expect the returns to average out to about 10%. And with consistent contributions, you'll get phenomenal results. So when can your child actually use these funds? So at age 18, they can withdraw the funds without any sort of penalties. They will have to pay taxes, but there won't be any penalties if they withdraw the funds to use it on college, buying their first home, or starting a business. Now, if they don't decide to use it for one of those three reasons, then the account converts over to a traditional IRA. And then all the normal rules for a traditional IRA apply. So if they're pulling the money out of the account for reasons besides a home, college, or business, then they have to pay a 10% early withdrawal penalty until they're age 59 and a half. And all the annual contribution limits for a traditional IRA will apply to that account. And the thing that you have to consider is if you were to put $5,000 into this Trump account every year until they're age 18, with that jump start of the $1,250 between the government and the Dell family, by the time they hit age 18, there'll be over $300,000 in this account. And that's just assuming like if the last several years are indicative of what we're going to see going forward, there's going to be substantial growth and you're going to be setting your kid up for a phenomenal financial future. And you're like, $5,000 a year is more than I save for my retirement. And I get it. So what you should be thinking about is if you can save about $30,000 before the time you're age 30, that money will compound to over $1 million by the time you hit traditional retirement age. So if you can get them where they're on track to save around $30,000 by the time they're age 30, you're putting them on a trajectory to be millionaires by traditional retirement age. And if you max it out to that 5,000 every year with normal market returns, they're going to be somewhere in the mid 200s to $300,000 range in that account, which is a first home almost completely paid for or almost completely paid for, and a college education that's fully funded with additional money left over to go and start a business or jumpstart their retirement savings. And if you don't hear anything else from this video, go set up a Trump account for your children. Even if they weren't born in 2025 to 2028, setting up this Trump account can expose them to the ideas of saving and being responsible and investing their money. And it's going to open up conversations that a lot of us probably didn't have until we were in our late 20s or even mid 30s about saving for our future and saving for our retirement. And it'll be a great introduction into that for them. And if today's video gave you all the information you need to go out and set up your kid's Trump account, share the video with somebody else, like the video, subscribe to the channel, because I try and give practical financial advice like this every single week. So keep getting 1% better every day, and I will catch you guys in the next video.